Welcome back to Factorio and SpaceX as he's launching another rocket. Thanks, we're going to wander way over here because that's loud. Come on. Oh, it's still loud. Alright, now that's done. We're looking at a bunch of things. So, first off, we didn't launch thrusters. I really actually wanted thrusters launched. Okay, so first off, you hold 10, 20, 30, 40. So you actually hold 80,000. So let's change that. No, 60 should be heaps. Alright, so we have, for SpaceX, we have one lot of fusion reactors to launch, which is being built slowly. One lot of life support, which is the current one we're researching, which is this requester box. One lot of astrometrics, which is that requester box. One lot of command module, which is this box, which is the speed, efficiency, productivity modules, that box. 4 lots of thrusters, which are actually built. We'll actually request all 4, so they all end up in this box. Yep, they're being delivered. And 1 FTL drive, which we're just going to gut the base for. So the things we're short on is research. 125 rockets, minus productivity modules. So 100 rockets, roughly. Yep, that's going to take a while. And that's basically... Oh, and the fusion reactor, which is being built. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 8 rockets plus 100, roughly. So 108 rockets. So we need to look at a few things. First thing we're going to look at is this. The first one's actually an easy one. Coal. Coal for plastic. There is coal at the end of this belt, so that means in theory it is backed up. In theory, these guys put out 40, which is a full blue belt worth of plastic. In reality, look, they're obviously not putting out a full belt. There is definitely pauses in here. Reality, they shouldn't be, but there is. Who knows why? It's something we could look at and work out. We could probably clear that little bit of plastic off that belt. Anyway, yeah. This one, same story. This one, at least these inserters are struggling to put out. And again, this is a full 40 per second, which is again a full blue belt's worth. But coal is backed up to here. But we'll watch, and you'll see just occasionally this side, yep, this side drops off, and then it picks back up again. Because if we're putting out 2 blue belts worth of plastic, that means we're using a blue belt with coal. Now I supplemented that with a requester chest, but I forgot that we have coal going on the end of the belt down here. So we don't really need coal anymore. That was just put there to feed trains, which are now running on rocket fuel. So fix that problem. But we will just supplement, just supplement our coal onto a belt just slightly. We're just, actually, let's not do it here. Let's do it up closer, because I'm sure we've got coal on the bus all the way up there. We're just going to find a couple of random bits of coal, throw down some miners, just to supplement things just ever so slightly. There. And look, we've even got some power nice and close. Sure, your outside robot network. But again, easy fix, done. So that'll just supplement this belt. Which... it's not really backing up. Now the other thing we need to do is we need to put an underground from there to there. Because in theory, if we were doing a full blue belt's worth of output, they wouldn't be able to output. And only because I've just noticed it and it's bugging me, we're going to pick up that little bit of plastic and get it off the belt. Want that one, that one, that one, and that one. Same story, there to there, there to there. Okay. So that is our full... yeah, this guy's not really helping. He should be helping, but he's really not. It's still... oh no, it's actually fully backed up to here now. Okay, we're doing alright. So, plenty of plastic. Into red circuits. And... no, plastic's not making it to the end. Alright, how much do you use? You use 45. And how much do you use? 40. Thanks, Windows. I'm guessing you guys heard that. It's Windows telling me I need updates. Yeah, bugger off. So in theory, the plastic should make it. Well, they're mostly ticking over. The last few, maybe not so. Okay, so let's try to half a belt. You should say 20, good. You should say 20, good. Whoops, get rid of that. But you only say, you say 45. So we need some more productivity modules. Just a few. Just to try and get just a few more red circuits on the belts. Unfortunately, there are no productivity modules in the network. They've all gone into these lovely machines. Yep, you lot. And you lot. Not that array, that array. We're short. Okay. Because this one... yeah. So we need this side to say 20. 21. And we need that side to say 20. That says 21 and a bit. So, same story, we're going to copy and paste those assemblers. We're going to set you to auto deconstruct assemblers. We're going to say auto deconstruct that please, and that please, and that please, and we're going to put that one down, which will be mostly filled with modules. That one down. And then that one down. And then hopefully, if we repeat the process, 19. I'll settle for 19. So when those productivity modules go in, we'll squeeze just a little bit more out of the base. We are essentially attempting to feed 2 whole belts of plastic into red circuits. That is... so if that backs up, yeah, that is a whole belt's worth. And then we split it again to get to 2 half belts. That's why it's going to be 20 on the top, 20 on the bottom. So Yeah, we're pretty much done where red circuit's concerned. We can't really squeeze that much more out of the base. We can steal productivity modules and manually carry them back up again and dump a crap ton of plastic. And dump that stuff. Okay. So, we've squeezed what we can in the way of red circuits out of the base. There is nothing more to gain. The major hold-up at the moment is actually blue circuits for both research and for launching rockets. Reds are doing alright, reds doing alright, reds sort of go crap here. We're using 10, so we're using an eighth of our total amount that we can carry. Let's go with per minute. So we're using 600 per minute. Per minute, red. Nope, we're using a quarter of our red circuits making blues. And these are all productivity modules, so there's not a lot else I can squeeze out of them. And take those off the belt. And those off the belt. The only thing I can do is... Actually, there's not a lot I can do. Blue circuits are the issue. No, it's moved again. It's red circuits. Red circuits are getting down as far as science and then they're being eaten. And the only thing we can do is, again, productivity modules. Alright, let's go hunt down some more productivity modules. We're sort of at that point where, for a bus style base, we're stretching things as far as we can. I'll have your speed modules 2, please. Because if I run past here, speed modules be gone. Alright, let's put the productivity modules into red circuits, because that's where they should really go. I'd love to have them do maths with, but it's sort of actually more important than actually doing something. Alright, there's 92 on requests, which are down here. Just aren't getting used, aren't getting made. Alright, we're going to go salvage them from there. Like I said, we're stretching the limits for what the base can do on a bus. If we swapped everything to bot base, we'd be fine. But it's just, it's such... There's not enough game left to warrant the swap to a bot base. It'd be good, don't get me wrong. It'd be good, it would be worthwhile in the long run. Okay, so we want to blueprint you. Done. I want to travel far away because I want to hold on to every module I have. And then, whoops. Probably map view, it's just too fast. I want to place these down properly. Let's try doing 4 at a time. There, and there, 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 there. And that's the last one. Now it's... What can we do with these guys? Actually, I'm going to make sure our ratios stay the same. So we're going to make sure that we are outputting That's per minute. We want a per second rate. 2.8? It seems a bit high. 2.5. 2.5 is the number to hit. So, with productivity modules out to here, our rate is now 1.6. So, we need to lengthen this build by however many tiles to get back to 1.6. That's red belt. Let's mark red belt. Let's go there to there. And there to there. Let's get rid of all that. Let's do you as yellow, blue belt, you as blue belt. Sure. Where'd that blueprint go? Clear that out. Go there to there. Really? Out of productivity modules already? And power poles, it seems. Where'd all my productivity modules go? That build doesn't have them. I want a productivity module, the productivity modules. Does chests have any? Should just map view my way up here rather than running through this mess. You have 12. I shall take all of your 12. And you have 8. I'll take yours as well. Because, you know, we can't feed these things at the moment. But the important thing is they stay in ratio. So when we can feed them... 2. So hang on. If that's 2, if 20 is 2, that means 10 is 1, that means 5. So I want 5 machines. I'm going to go for 6 for good measure. 2, 4, 6. That's it. That's it. Ratioed out perfectly to make yellow science. Insert it there. You request yellow just in case some accidentally ends up the network somehow, because these things happen. So that's about all we can do there. Those red circuits are really killing us. It's good productivity modules are eating them. And then yellow sciences now is eating them. And all we've managed to do is spit out more yellows. Technically, we're spitting out more yellows for needing less speed modules. So we now only need 1 speed module per second, which is actually what we're producing. Maybe I underscale this to start with. Oh, we're producing 2.8 now. Where are we? Yellows. 40 machines, 1 speed module. Speed module takes 15 seconds. Does it not? It does. And I have 15 of you guys. So according to all that hard work, nothing's changed, which doesn't make any sense. Oh, hang on. Let's run that again. So we need 1 speed module per second. Which means that we need 15 machines to make one per second. You have no productivity in you. You need 0.89. Something's going wrong. My maths does not work. But what I can tell you is this is backed up. So if speed modules are backing up, we're obviously short on blue circuits. But apart from being short on blue circuits, most of these are running. You can't output. That could be a reason. Quite a number of you can't output. Why can't you? Oh, really? Okay, try again. You can now all output. Excellent. Alright. Alright, so the only thing I can really do is I can get more copper down here, because this is the point where we're going short, which means we're not producing enough blues. Blues are needed, reds are needed. Blues are needed for that final research. And reds are needed for rocket control units. And we also have a steel problem, which is a iron ore problem, which is a build a whole new train station JD problem. Yeah. Alright, let's deal with copper. Copper seems more manageable. So I've had a look at copper, and copper looks a little bit crazy, but turns out it's pretty easy. You're doing nothing. Which means you're doing nothing. Which means you're doing nothing. Which means you're all doing nothing. Which means you're doing nothing. And it actually means that this belt coming down here, round there, this one, that one, are all doing nothing. Now, can I get that on the other side? Not really. Not elegantly, at least. But I will settle for non-elegantly sometimes. So, you now come there. And so, that's now 3 solid belts. We just got rid of a whole lot of randomness. Randomness. This belt, well, from the other end, that belt's doing nothing. Which means that's doing nothing. Which means that's doing nothing. And that means, stop moving my belts, that's also doing nothing. You're doing nothing now. Probably just filled out my inventory full of copper. I did. What a trash, whole lot. And speed modules for some reason. Sure, why not? That's doing nothing, that's doing nothing, that's doing nothing. That is. But that belt, if I can get you down to where you're meant to be, oh, there. That could have been embarrassing. Now goes to there. So it means we have... hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which looks like a mess. So we're going to go... 1, 2... I'm going to take these 4 belts. I'm just going to clear out that space. And I'm going to get rid of you, and we'll leave you for right this minute. I'm going to put in your standard, when I can find it, 4x4 balancer, which surely I have one. Turns out maybe I don't. Got it in red variety. Nope, it's going to have to be a custom one anyway. Don't forget, whilst I'm doing this, there is absolutely no copper going anywhere. Okay. There. There, and there, and whoop, there. I think. Sure. Nope. Alright, let's start this end. There. There, and there. There's a certain amount of weaving and twisting going on here. Okay, there goes to there. It's your standard 4x4, just slightly extended. Okay, we got one of those in there. Except, again, we need to tweak things just ever so slightly. Because I actually want to pull 2 belts out. Where'd you go? There. Whoop. I want them both on the left. So, hook that up. Clear up this. And bring you down, around, up. And that's actually the one that does batteries. Okay. Random belt in there. Hope it wasn't important. Shit, that's important. Shit, that's really important. No, that's not important. Whew. Got worried for a second there. Okay. So I've simplified things a little bit. Now, can we improve on things? We're obviously not using these copper belts if we're being fed green circuits by the train. But don't forget, these belts are from smelting and from our train because it's priority sorted. Speaking of that, we have plenty of trains. No, we don't have any green circuit trains. What is the story with our green circuits? Not enough copper. And you? Not enough copper. So at some stage we're going to come out here with more smelting. Copper smelting for both of them. In the meantime, we're going to try and squeeze a little bit more performance out of things. Right, I'm going to start with this one first. So that's the basic design. We just need this belt to come in here, and this belt to come in here. We need to reverse this because I want to bring it out on this side, and then we need to get that one up to there, and that one up to there. So this is, in theory, giving us a 6th belt right there. Now, can we do the same with the other side? The good news is we have some room, so we should be able to do this actually right about here. That one. We're going to reverse this before it mixes. Power pole. Not important. Good. I'm going to put our splitter in there. And then we're going to try and thread the needle through all this rubbish. Stop. Nope. There to there. There. That didn't work. Deconstruction planner. So there. Bring that belt in there. Down there. And so we now have 6 belts of copper. Do I still have that blueprint of what I do? But let's just make it back to 1 wide. Just 1 wide's all I need. There to there. 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 Hook that up and that up. What's this? This is red circuits. So red circuits, I actually want to go around. I don't want to bother. Yeah. There's no nice, clean, efficient way to get around this. So we're just going to have to come out, come back in, and go south again. There and there. I was thinking about bringing these all the way down here. But honestly, if we're short on copper at this point, maybe this is the best point to inject them. Yeah, it's not really working. Maybe if I put a... Oh, sorry, I don't have it blueprinted. No, actually, I've got one. That's better. That's better. I'll give it better. I'd much prefer even better again. Because as you can see, at this point the 2 outside belts are much more full. Here we're down to pretty much even again. There to there. What are you going to? You're going to that. That doesn't help me. So further. Can you just? There we go. That just simplifies things. Okay, you are some sort of science. That'd be military. Military is copper. There to there to there and there. Again, we're just adding some more. catch is, each time we do one of these, we're not actually adding. We're saying, put 50% on this side. So where are we? We're saying put 50% on this side, take 50% off it. So this is science. We want to go down further south. There. That one. I'm looking for the blue circuits. Blue circuits is really where I want to get to. We're getting close. Put that one there. Put that one there. Again, same story because I got to stop. Blue circuits right there. Okay. So then I want the opposite of a takey offy thing, which I had here and I demolished it. Bugger. I want one of these in reverse. No, I want... yeah, actually no. That's exactly what I want. I want one of them in reverse. So I want... Splitter. 4 undergrounds. First one only goes 2. That one only goes 2. Belt of material comes in here. And in here. And then we go that one. And then we go that one. Face these two the right way. Then we go splitter. Nope. So then I go underground there, and belt out. Is that right? So this lane goes through, this lane goes through, this lane goes through, this lane goes through. Anything that comes through here gets half split between that lane and that lane. So it gets split to the outside. So one becomes 50-50, 25. No, I'm missing something. Is that what I'm missing? So 50, this here it comes 50-50, then it becomes, we're literally just moving things across one. Hang on. So it becomes 25-25. That's blocked off, so that becomes 50%. Then it becomes 25-25. Okay, so that's actually what we want. That's the little design we want. I hope this makes sense to you. So I'll blueprint it first. Okay, so we've got one belt coming in. Here, it doesn't matter what we've got. We've got, who cares? One belt coming in. At this point it becomes high research. It becomes 50-50. At this point, because this side's blocked, it's still 50% over here now. It's just moved across one tile and merged with this lane. It then comes forward, it's still 50%, it gets to here, and it's now 25-25. 25-25. Now, if I add 2 belts, it basically means this belt, 25% across all of them, this belt as well, 25% across all of them. We've basically added this belt and this belt to the array, if that makes sense. I hope it does. I hope it does, or I'm doing a pretty poor job of explaining things, which I probably am. But that's okay, because we're going to pop it in Where is that blueprint? Right there. So at this point, we've gone from 6 belts down to 4 belts. And the only thing we're going to actually do differently is we're going to chop that off, and that off, and auto trash a bunch of copper. Done. We're going to... Sorry, I still haven't blueprinted it. I haven't blueprinted one of these. Just making every one of them by hand. Which is fine, it's good practice. There. It's not a hard thing to make, but we're going to do that. So I'm just going to take one whole belt and just shove it. From here on, bus is only 3 lanes wide. We're going to then come down to here, where I'm literally going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to have to auto trash that again. There. There. Whoops, wrong way. No, still wrong way. I pressed R twice. Silly keyboard. There. And we're going to feed 3 lanes in, which will automatically... Oops. You can go away. Which will automatically become a 3rd on each lane. Technically, that's not a full lane's worth now. If I do that, and that, maybe that works. 25% of use going to there, it's going to there. %, 20. I don't know. Alright, let's just browse to the end. Okay, fitting a full belt into blue circuits has definitely helped the north side. Fitting a full belt into the south side. Still getting there, still getting there, still getting there. As long as every one of these assemblers is ticking along and we get a build up at the end. Just has to be a little build up. Doesn't have to be anything massive. Because according to our maths, these guys are using a whole belt. Yeah, we're adding. We're definitely adding. Just a little bit, but that's all we need. So, now it becomes a question to 1, 2. Do these splitters actually work anymore? You go to yellow side, so that one's semi-important. Okay. We're going to pop you there. Because like I said, it's only a 2-lane bus now. We've gone from 6 lanes to 4 lanes to make sure that we're putting as much in as possible. And then we're bringing it all the way back to 2 lanes again. And rather than clearing that off, I'm going to leave that. Because these guys just aren't going to pull that much. They're both chockers. In fact, the whole lot's backed up entirely, so that's a good sign. Okay. So that's done, and I think that's a good spot to call it for the episode. Hopefully we've improved things. Productivity. That one. 10 minutes? Nope. 1 hour? Nope. According to the stats, we haven't actually done anything. Maybe a slight increase here. That's red circuits. Nope, no bloody way. Nope, looks like we haven't done anything. For all that hard work and effort, it looks better. It looks much more coppery. Much more backed up all the way, which isn't exactly what we want, but it just doesn't actually look like we've done anything. But that's okay. We attempted. Sometimes with Factorio, that's the only way you find out, by actually trying stuff out and seeing what happens. Map view. Please tell me you guys are... Well, that could be another thing. We have red belts on our iron inputs. That's all blue belts. That's not. Well, that'll probably do something. Because it means the last... This much was never, ever getting any iron, so these blue circuit machines were never, ever working. So there you go. By not fixing something, we fixed something else. But yeah, at least we got something done. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. I will catch you guys in the next one where I don't know what the hell we're going to do. Like I said, we're pushing the limits of the base. Probably redistribute some more productivity modules. That's about all we can do for the moment. But we'll work it out. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Alright, bye!